Hello, I'm Ryan Shearer. This is Shaun Crissman, formerly of The Ryan and Shaun Show.
The Ryan and Shaun Show, yep.
And pretty much we just, bull crap, talk.
Current events.
Old events.
Random neat stuff.
Yep.
Memories.
A bit of everything above.
Talk about memories.
I mean, some people might say it's fat, annoying people, but hey, it is what it is,
It is what it is.
So what's gonna be a topic to start out today?
I have no clue.
How about anything weird? Anything happened today at all? Like anything weird, one more different? Any kind of event at all happening?
No, I think your chest would be a good idea, though.
My chest.
Your chest.
Oh, chest.
Yeah,
okay.
Your pirate chest.
Okay.
Your pirate chest.
Okay. I thought you might have been throwing me the wrong signal there.
No.
But yeah, the chest. Okay, yeah. We have this stand-up chest. Okay, pretty much what it is. It's two. Now I can't remember if it was World War or Civil War. I'm not sure, but it's two of the old original army boxes smashed together to open up into like an opening of a DVD stand.
Like a DVD movie stand.
Yeah, it got a hinge on it.
They're these wooden plank chests that almost remind you of a pirate chest.
Ammo crates.
Like an old ammo crate.
Yeah, it's two ammo. Actually, that's what it is. The name of the soldiers on the back of the ammo crates.
Oh, is it really?
Yes.
See, I didn't know that.
Yes.
You need to look up the look at those names of the soldiers, because that happened today. What's today? Ninth. Sixth.
Fifth.
Sixth. Or fifth, yeah. Sixth or fifth day.
Yeah.
So what happened on this day with the fifth and that name is what makes me wonder, because I've seen that chest many times, and the doors were always closed. And Ryan told me, and Jeannie did as well, that they come home after having to make a trip, and the chest doors were opened a little bit. And neither one of them did that. Their cat didn't do that, and their dog definitely didn't do that. It was just like it opened. So there could be ghostly.
Oh yeah. Now I wish I was making this story up, but no, I was sitting in a chair at the other side of the room, and I was like, and I look at this thing at least once a day, so I know, and I was like, why is that open? Who opened the DVD crate? Like, what? I was like, yeah, it's open. It wasn't fully open, it was about a quarter of the way open, but so you could tell it was unhinged and open.
Not like that.
And Olivia said she didn't do it, Jane said she didn't do it. I know I didn't do it, obviously. Shaun wasn't here to do it. I know Frank didn't do it. Worst case scenario, probably the cat, but
I don't think the cat would open up the door.
I don't think you better do that.
I tried closing those doors to latch them properly, and I couldn't figure it out. Not to say it was difficult, but just the way
I mean, is it a ghost? Is it paranormal? I doubt it. But I mean, you never know. It could be. Okay, I mean, yeah, that was that event that time, and then we went to go check on my son today. I'm McGee Women's Hospital. Yeah, he got his most recent baby pictures. Doing real good, really good. Everything's working right. All fingers, feet there, toes. Got little chunky, chubby cheeks. He's about ready to get out of there and join the family. Me at 34, Jenny at what, 39 almost?
She ain't gonna tell you. She ain't gonna tell you.
She ain't gonna tell. She ain't gonna be saying on video. But yeah, I'm around there. So we're ready for that, and my boy Shaun here's gonna help us paint this place when that time comes.
We're gonna paint the nursery room.
Yeah.
I
Actually, it's gonna be the whole house.
On the whole house.
Yeah.
Okay.
But paint roll is gonna be easy.
Why do I always get the surprise?
Mm.
I don't mind. I'll gladly.
You are a good. He says gladly. I don't think it's gladly, but you said it.
I mean it. I'll do that for you.
We'll have fun.
I won't complain at all.
The wind won't be here. All we gotta do is go up and down.
Well, as soon as you said that, that put me in a good mood.
We're gonna be up and down the wall painting this sucker. Hardest part would be that, but I might not even touch that. Honestly, I might do the outside, but I'm not going.
Speaking of chess, we have the mystery box today.
Oh yeah, the mystery box is something that we're gonna start doing for every show. You want to show them what it looks like?
This is the mystery box, and with every subscriber, you got to be a subscriber for the mystery box. Now everybody gets to see what's inside the mystery box, but only a subscriber, a random subscriber, will be choosed at random to win.
Or chosen that random.
Yeah, excuse
I
me.
got you. I'm sorry, I couldn't. It's killing me.
Well, thank you for the grammatical correction. A random subscriber will be
I can edit that out. Come on.
chosen. Why don't we just start the whole show?
No, come on, go, come on.
I'm picking. A random subscriber will be chosen to win something within the mystery box. And what's inside is just different things. Nothing illegal, nothing dangerous. Just something to talk about, and it's always going to be something different inside. But one item inside, each time we feature the mystery box, will be given as a prize, free of charge, to a random subscriber. But you got to subscribe, you got to like, and you got to click that bell icon.
Yeah, you gotta follow, you gotta do all that.
So we'll get to that later.
Yes.
We'll get to the mystery box later.
Very cool, yeah. That's what we're definitely aiming for. And, my dog Frank, he's doing good, everyone's doing good. Basically, we're just here to, bull crap with you, talk.
Can you see Frank?
Yeah, Frank's there.
See him holding on to his stuffed animal. So yeah, we got that, and what's the current news?
I don't know. Weather is pretty crappy today, gray. Been like that for like a week now.
It's hot last night.
It's hot and humid. Yeah, it's still gray though. Like it's not sunny a little bit. It just like died off. So I mean, it's been like that for like a week. But Pennsylvania sucks. So, no, honestly, like I wouldn't ask anyone to live here. Like, I wouldn't want you to live there any longer either. I'm planning on leaving in 2 years. Please, God, let that happen. Hopefully not in a casket. I want to get out
Hopefully
of here.
not in a casket.
I want to get out of here in one piece with my family down to Florida. PA really blows. I mean, it does.
I know some other states that I think are worse, but I'm not going to say those.
Like what?
I don't want to say the name.
Come on, you gotta say that.
If I say the name of the state that I think are the worst, then everybody who would watch this from that home state is going to hate.
Well, that's
I don't
the
want
fun part of the show.
I don't want to create haters.
Oh, you're always gonna have a hater, man. Always. So let's rip.
The state I hate is tall in the middle and round on both ends.
New York.
New York, Ohio.
Near Pennsylvania, go figure, huh? Yeah.
I don't like Ohio.
I can't believe it.
I'm
What was
leaving
the
it.
other one? You said there's two.
I like West Virginia. What was the other state I hated? Georgia.
What?
Only for the smell.
Really?
Because when I went to Florida in 1998, we went past the big paper mill factories, and the exhaust that the paper mill factories pump out creates this nauseous stink.
God awful. Terrible.
Smells like a dirty diaper. You get within 2 miles in front or behind on the highway of a paper mill down in Georgia, it smells like dirty diapers.
Ooh.
Bad.
Figure, man.
And you got to have the air conditioner on down there and the window down. So either way, you're going to smell that when you go through that. Absolutely. But I don't hate this. It's a beautiful state. It's just when you get near the paper mills, when you travel the interstate, going en route to Florida, it stinks. I want to say they were paper mills. I'm going to guess they were paper mills.
See, I have a reverse effect. For that matter. This is simple fact. In Pennsylvania. Okay, I know. I say Pennsylvania blows in a lot of ways, but one of my top 5 reasons why I hate Pennsylvania is one part of Pennsylvania, and that's Hershey. Okay.
You hate the chocolate capital of the world.
I hate that place. I mean, one time I drove in there. It was the worst experience of my life, and it made it bad for me. Just that one experience. So when I drove in,
Man, my
the
eyeballs.
overwhelming smell of chocolate was just pumping. Like,
But do you like chocolate to have it?
no, I love chocolate, but I cannot go to Hershey.
The smell
It's
of the
just-
chocolate factory.
Yes, it's just overwhelming. It's in the air. It's coming out of the cement. It's just pouring out. And like at the time, I had no food in my stomach.
So it made you hungry.
Yeah, it just shredded me. It killed me to the point that part of me left my soul and flew off to a distant
I don't know what's with my eyeball. My eyeball is mega itchy.
You got a parasite in there?
Yeah, it's probably a worm.
Dig it out.
Do you have dig it out? Do you have any
Look at
Visine?
this guy.
A heck of a time to get an itchy eyeball.
I got saline solution. I don't know what it went.
Visine works for
You
me.
spray it up your nose. But
That don't. Spray it up your nose.
you can spray it on your eyeball if you want.
Pass.
Yeah, I'm cutting the eye drops, yeah. I'm not pussy like that, you know. I'm just playing around with you, dude. Look at this guy.
My eyeball's itchy.
Is
That's
it
alright.
better?
Huh?
Is it better?
It's just really itchy.
It's not pink or not? You don't have pink eye or something.
No, I don't have pink eye.
Well, I think you're fine anyway. Your eye's not red or anything. It's a little bit on the edge, but that's
It
when you're
started
red.
when you ran the air conditioner.
So it's my fault.
No, it's the air outside's fault.
That's fine. Oh, come on.
Good gravy.
Yeah, but that looks serious.
Hope I don't have a detached retina.
No, it would have fell out by now.
I see fine. It's just.
Yeah, it's your eyeballs.
Oh, well, what's next?
Just, you know, events like, what else happened today? For the baby, we had to drive down Pittsburgh. Was once a week, now it's twice a week, which is with traffic and weather. Awful. It's an awful experience every time. Thank God I know exactly how to get down there quickly and back, but it's still terrible.
I can get to the zoo in Kennywood. I can get to the zoo better than I can in Kennywood. Obviously.
Remember that?
Yeah, I thought I took the right turn. I took a wrong turn to Albuquerque.
Sean's like, Ryan, follow me. Like, Sean knows exactly how to get there. Like,
Our
follow
families
me.
and our kids took
Yep.
a day and went down to Kennywood together.
Yep, and I was like, all right, man, I got your back. I'm behind you.
I got us 3/4 of the way there.
He got us 3/4 away, and
5 miles away.
then he stops randomly. He
5 miles away.
stops. And he goes, come, Brian, come over here. I was like, what's wrong? Like, I can't get to this place. So I'm like, what? Like, what do you mean? Like, I thought you knew some kind of shortcut or something. And then
I
he just
know.
got lost on a certain
I
part.
took the wrong exit. I should have went an exit up than where I took.
Yeah, so we jumped to the end of Swissville, went up through there.
So I followed him, and
Yeah.
all I did was I got over one street that I didn't recognize, and we followed a straight line in the trajectory that we were taking, and we got it right there.
Yeah, so it wasn't far off. It was just a small little hiccup. But still, it was funny though. And our families are just, dead set on doing this.
I was so sore the next day. We were all like zombies.
Oh, tell me about when you were waiting in line for that Garfield's Nightmare. Remember?
Garfield's Nightmare.
Wait, let's jump one second. I'll be right back. Yeah, I thought he was dying.
I thought it was dying too. Garfield's Nightmare in Kennywood, the amusement park in Pittsburgh, for those of you not from Pennsylvania, or those of you in Pennsylvania that's never heard of it by chance, is it's a boat ride, and it's not real deep water, but it's deep enough to keep the little boat that you ride in buoyant. And it goes around in a big loop. Whenever I was a kid and I went to Kennywood in the 80s, Garfield's Nightmare was like a haunted pirate thing, where they had, it was your pirate scheme. And they had different scenes of the pirates and a half-sunken ship with like the giant octopus's arms coming out of the water, and skeleton pirates and animatronic pirates having sword fights and that. And it was really, really neat. Hold on, my eyeball's itchy again. I don't know what's going on with this. It's terrible. And so I've only been maybe to Kennywood 4 times. But the only time I went on that pirate ride was the very first time when I went to Kennywood, when I say like 8, 9 years old. And the 2 times in between, before Ryan's family and mine went down together, I didn't avoid that ride. It wasn't one of the rides I had. So anyway, I'm like, let's go find that pirate ride. So all throughout the entirety of Kennywood, I knew where that was, and they changed it to Garfield's Nightmare.
You're talking about the haunted house, right?
Yeah, what it used to be the haunted house with the pirates. And the pirate
They
skeleton.
had a whole bunch of different themes. They have one scene.
So I just told everybody
Yeah.
it was all pirates. I thought
Well,
it
no,
was all-
there's some scenes that are pirates.
Hmm.
They'll go a pirate scene, and they'll go to like a redneck
Hillbilly.
boom bashing hillbilly scene,
And then like your monster scene, like your
then
graveyard.
the monsters graveyard scenes,
You're right.
and like a little haunted train scene, a whole bunch of random like different scenes. So
On the
it
boat.
wasn't wrong. Yeah.
So they turned into Garfield's Nightmare, and it was midday. It was noon, and the line was packed. I had heat exhaustion. And to be honest, when I felt it, I knew I was hot. I was hot with the heat exhaustion, obviously, but then I started feeling sick to the stomach, and then I started getting cold chills, believe it or not. And I just wilted like a dandelion. I just...
He did. I thought he was dying. I was like, oh, I'm going to get an ambulance.
We were halfway through the line to get to it. I was like, I told my wife, I told Ryan and Jenny, I said, I got to bail on this. I said, I'd ride this with you. I'd be part of this ride, but I'm sick. I need to get up. I mean, I was drooping. I'm a big guy. I was drooping. All my energy was sapped. So
He was sweating like a horse. Like it was pouring out of him.
I was drenched.
Yeah, he was. I thought he was going to go.
He dumped 2 bottles of water. The 2 bottles that they had for them, to drink while in line, he dumped over my head and my shoulder, and that lasted for like maybe 2 minutes. So I weaseled my way out of the line. I didn't go backward. I couldn't, so I went forward, and I got down on my hands and knees. I crawled underneath that wire fence, and I got myself into the shade, and I sat there for a good 20-25 minutes till I felt my strength come back. And some of the people in the line for that ride were courteous enough to ask me if I was okay, and I was thankful for that. But after I got my strength back sitting in the shade out of the sun, it was like 10 degrees, if I had to guess. I didn't have a thermometer. It was like 10 degrees cooler in the shade. Once I got my strength back, I stood up and I walked out of the line for that part of the park, and I found a cool bench in the shade, and I sat there and I waited and waited and waited for them to get done. I waited another 30-40 minutes, and I decided to walk over to see where they were at, and they were just ready to get on the ride. So I waited for them to get out of the ride. I'm like, what did I miss? Tell them what I missed. Tell them the great thing that I missed with Garfield's Nightmare.
Oh, I didn't really miss nothing. It's just mostly black lighted, lit up,
Black lit. Mr.
Black
Grimmer.
black lit. And then it was just like random nightmare scenes.
They all told me I
would
didn't miss
have.
anything. They said it was for like kindergarten kids.
Here's the funny part.
Or extreme Garfield fanatics and fans.
My boat got stuck going into the mansion. Yeah, up the first hill. The son of a gun got stuck.
Well, it was already hauling an anchor, so...
I know.
What do you
Like,
expect?
I mean, things both sitting on both sides. My side's just like dragging on the bottom. I knew as soon as we hit the hill, they go up.
I'd like for me and you to get in that boat.
And I don't think it would make it up.
Could that boat haul, and I'm not picking fun
I
of...
highly doubt it.
Could that boat haul us both through that ride? And this is no rip on us or anybody, but that boat's going to be pulling about close to 600
I
pounds.
know, if not more, honestly. But like, yeah, it got stuck. And I'm sitting here, everyone's looking at me. Like, again, there's hundreds of people in this line. I'm just sitting in this road, Danny's on the west side. I'm just, and it's slowly inching up, and then boom, it finally gets in, and we're just dragging the whole time, going the whole ride, and boom, 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 and I'm just smacking off the bottom of this thing, banging off the walls. It's a slow ride, you know what I mean? Like, it's a long ride for a slow ride.
Even his daughter and my 4 kids, they said, you didn't miss anything, Shaun. You didn't miss anything. By you getting the heat. I almost had heat stroke, but not quite. Another unfortunate woman had full-blown heat stroke, and they sent paramedics in for her. But we were in the middle of the sun. There was no shade, and I got hydrated, and I didn't collapse, but I was the next thing to it.
That's one of the hottest days.
It happened to be the record temperature for Pittsburgh that day we were down there.
And we got cooked. We got cooked good.
I think that day that we went to Kennywood pushed 101.
We probably had a pavilion to go to and everything else. I was blessed by that day. Oh my goodness.
My legs were so sore. 40 acres. They say Kennywood covers a span of 40 acres.
But all the rides.
I believe it. It's big.
We had a good time. hit all the rides. Did you go to Pittsburgh Fun with us?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we hit that.
After having near heat stroke, I'm
we got on that. We had a good time. We had a great time at Kennywood. Again, this was last year, the year before the new steel curtain roller coaster they just put in, which is opening this year.
Yeah, that was before Steel Curtain.
Some of the rides are closed, but all the legends, all the good ones were still open.
The Thunderbolt, that was my very first roller
Or even
coaster.
that, what's that one ride we went on? When we rode into the mansion, we had the guns.
I don't know, it's some sort of haunted thing where you rode on these teacup, where you go on a track, but different parts, you spin around, and then you go forward and go up, spin around. And there's all these different ghosts and monster and zombie animatronic things.
You blast them.
There's little laser targets all through that whole place. And some are like on the monster, or some are on a vase, or a picture frame. And you gotta get your gun, your laser gun, and shoot these targets, and it tallies up your point, and the idea of the ride is who gets the most points.
If you hit the right ones, like monsters pop out and stuff. It's pretty neat. Yeah, that was a good time. That was a really good time.
I stood on the overpass of the walkway of the Pittsburgh Plunge.
Mm-hmm.
And waited and waited. I let that thing come down. I let that tidal wave hit me like 6
You're like,
times.
oh!
Yeah, 6 times. I was drenched, but
It was worth it.
20 minutes later, dry again, hot.
It was a hot day. It was a really hot day. Honestly, it's a good time. I recommend it. I'm pretty sure you would. If you go to Kennywood, I wouldn't go on the hardest day, but pick a good day to go. Enjoy the water on it. It's great. I can't really say anything bad about Kennywood.
You go to Kennywood, keep hydrated. Any amusement park or any outdoor event, keep hydrated in the hot weather if you live in a climate where it does get hot. Because that heat exhaustion hit me quick. And I didn't know what was going on because I started to get, I was obviously hot. I was sweating like he said. But I honestly started to get cold. And I got cold and sick in the stomach, and I didn't know what was going on. I thought maybe if it was food poisoning, I didn't know. I didn't know what was going on, but I definitely knew something was wrong when my legs turned to jello and my head was swimming and spinning. Then I just, put 2 and 2 together. I was like, I'm getting out of the heat.
Which probably might have saved his life. You never know. So keep that in mind on the hot days, definitely. But that was it for Kennywood. But that's for normal everyday life. We did have a new event, which was Shaun. His kids. Is it the boys?
Yeah, my second and third oldest son.
They found snapping turtle babies on the kittanning rails and trails by marker number
49.
49.
Mile marker 49. 3 baby common snapping turtles. Which, I'm going to zoom up. Maybe their shell was like that big around.
Yeah.
And I did my research. We'll play that video for you later. It's about 4.5 minutes long. I did my research and I initially thought they were like a week or 2 weeks old. But I did research after the fact I made the video, and I know that's like the #1 crime or sin for YouTube, correcting yourself after the video is made, but it is what it is. And I come to find that they were about maybe 3 months old. 3 months old.
Yeah. He didn't keep them or anything. He just,
We kept them for overnight from June 2nd into June 3rd. And I had a big Tupperware container with no lid on it. And I set some rocks up on it. And I gave them fresh water, and we fed them, and we took care of them, and there was no turtle deaths or abuse of any kind. And my disclaimer for the video is, because in the video I explained that we were going to talk to my landlord about keeping one as a pet, which she was okay with. But I did research, and for everybody watching this to know that all 3 turtles were released back into the wild, very close to the place that they were found. We didn't keep them. Released them back into nature, back into a stream.
it's basically for like learning purposes and whatnot.
Yeah.
It was a fun little experience to have. So I was like, look at this episode, I just want to pick one up on the news.
Now, when they're little, when baby snapping turtles hatch, the females hatch first,
Yeah.
and then the males come out of the nest later. I guess they all hatch at the same time, but the females, they come out of the earth first, and then the males come some weeks later. And when they're tiny, like I said, I don't have anything to compare to. But like I said, maybe a shell that big around, give or take, like so. They were already 3 months old at that point. So I was told. That's the research. You'll see the size of them in the video, and if any turtle expert can tell me how old they are by the size of them, just let us know in the comments.
How about yeah, we show that now. Let them see it.
Yeah, if you want, whatever you want to do. So we'll be back after this educational 4.5 minute long video about baby snapping turtles. Today is Sunday, June 2nd, 2019, and Carson and Ian on their adventures into the woods and so on, upriver, along mile marker 49 on Rosa Trails, caught 3 baby common snapping turtles. And I did some research, if you want to get a zoom in on them of a braid, I did some research online on YouTube to compare size and age, and my best guesswork is that they are no more than 3 days old. So we're going to talk to the landlord and see if she allows us to keep at least one, because her favorite animal is turtles, and that's the only reptile she allows in these places. So I think they like that a lot better because they're not trying to get out as much. Ian had the suggestion of putting this grass in, and I like that. Just clean the water out. That river water stunk. I mean, it stunk bad. Real bad. So I put some room temperature tap in there. And put those stones in there that they had originally in that aquarium grass. And they seem to be more relaxed. They seem way more relaxed now than what they had when it was just the rocks, because they were trying to get out left and right. And now they're way more chill, and I think they feel more at home with that grass stuff there. Very neat. And I'll demonstrate. They are snapping turtles. Can you see the long tail on that? You see the long tail on him, and those are snapping turtles, and I'm aware of what snapping turtles do. And if you can see my hand, he doesn't even want to bite. They want to shy away or just look at it and be like, yeah, whatever. In about a couple more weeks to a month, they will have their snapping instinct in full throttle. They're nomadic. They like to hunt for their food, and they eat soft invertebrates like worms, things like that, fish, but they'll also go after dead things, dead meat. I've seen some videos where they gave them parts of chicken, and these are just babies. These are only maybe 2 or 3 days old. Neat stuff.
Okay, that was the video about the baby snapping turtles, which I always thought was very interesting.
Thank you. It was fun capturing them, and to note on that video, that little ice cream container you seen that they were in, that's not the one that they had stayed in for the duration that I had them. They were released on June 3rd, the following day, close to the area where my sons had found them. Not exact spot, but very near the same stream where my boys found them. So they're safe, they're back into the wild, and hopefully they don't end up in a sewer eating pizza.
Yeah, Ninja Turtles.
Sometime. But the container that I upgraded from that small one to keep them in overnight observation was roughly about 2.5 feet long by a foot and a half wide, with about I'd say 4 inches of water, if that, in
Pretty
them.
good one.
And they were fed worms and crickets, and they were good, and they did well, and it was a fun learning thing.
Yeah, definitely. Kids, everyone enjoyed it, so I mean, it's something to do. Okay, so what do we got here? We got the mystery box.
The mystery box. Let's get to that. Here we go. The mystery box. Want to explain, Ryan, how the wonderful mystery box works?
This mystery box is to subscribers only. You will not know when, where, which video, what day that this mystery box will pop up, and it is full of a prize to subscribers only. So subscribe. Make sure you hit that little bell thingy, up or down, and then one of these prizes could be yours, or something completely different from that Sonic and Boom Fire Ice poster over there, which is on my wall, to Walking Dead between seasons 1 and 9 official playing cards. Oh yeah. To some of these prizes that are in this box, which we have no idea what they are.
I might not even know what they are.
That was what, pre-picked before you came, right?
Pre-picked. Said cleaning out my closet, and what do we have today?
Whole bunch of goodies.
Whole bunch of goodies. What do we want to start with here? We got a black rhinoceros.
Black rhinoceros.
And
This thing's cool.
Go ahead and take that. I'm not going to promo the name of the company that produces these lifelike little miniature animals, but the company that I do go through to get them, real good detail. And that's the black rhinoceros, which has a beak-like upper lip, much like the snapping turtles that you just seen, and they like to graze on leaves and things like that. What else do we have? Fidget spinners. Remember the whole fidget spinner thing?
Whole fidget spinners.
Got the
Craze.
blue one and the red one, which I will say the red one does spin maybe a minute and a half longer than
This one got a nice feel to it though.
sapphire blue one, but yeah, fidget spinners.
I like fidget spinners.
You remember when that was all a big thing?
No. Inflations, pumps. Everybody can sell something when those things were around.
Carnivals, stuff like that.
Yeah, they have bigger carnivals too.
Got a white rhinoceros. Second
Yeah.
species of rhinoceros known to Africa.
It's a real armored mamma jamma right there.
Yeah. And the reason why they're called the white rhinoceros, because the Dutch, when they were colonizing Africa, or venturing into Africa, I should say, setting up their camps and so forth, they had the word for wide, which I don't know what that is in Dutch, but see the upper lip, how it's kind of squared like a cow? The white rhinoceros is a grazer.
Oh, nice.
They eat the grass. So
Heck yeah.
remember the movie The Incredible Hulk with Ed Norton?
Oh yeah.
Abomination.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. The Abomination
Ooh, that's a
action figure.
mean looking toy there.
I got that whenever the movie came out. Now it doesn't have any of its accessories, which I don't remember what they were. How long ago did that movie came out? But there he is, all in one piece and pretty good shape, and he still has all his paint on him and many points of articulation, and wouldn't be a pirate treasure box without pirate treasure, no way.
Absolutely.
What else do we got in there? What's the pirate treasure for today?
Got a jeweled.
Blue jewel.
It's nice. It's heavy, got weight to it. Of course, it's not going to be worth millions or anything like that, but it is definitely very nice.
Make good for somebody who's making a movie. We're
Exactly.
making a video about jewels or treasure hunting. There you have it.
It's nice. So it could be anything.
Subscribe, like, hit the bell, leave your information, how we're supposed to do that.
One of these prizes or others could be yours.
Just give it time so we can get that sent out to you.
So it's been a long night.
Yes, it
I love
has.
talking to you. I love talking to you.
Yes, it has.
We will do it again. Can't wait. Enjoy life with us. Experience life with us. Can't wait to see you again.
It's always fun doing this.
Oh, yes.
Everybody, talking to you.
So, I mean, can't beat that. Good night, everybody.
Peace out.
Peace out.